Harper Perennial and HarperAudio present The Wright Sister, a novel by Patty Dann. Performed by Elizabeth Wiley. Preface. Winter Wings. Wright Sister weds at 50. November 21st, 1926. November 21st, 1926. The paper was incorrect. I was not 50. On November 20th, 1926, I was 52 when I got married for the first and only time to Harry Haskell. But my brother Orv, with whom I share a birthday, refused to attend the festivities. This was just yesterday at 4 p.m. When Orv heard of my upcoming nuptials last year, he smashed the blue and white Limoges china pitcher full of daisies against the wall of our summer house on Lake Huron. Everyone in the world knows Orv as the Wright brother who has a mustache and wears zigzag socks, ones that I knit every year with the soft yarn from the sheep outside of Dayton he insists upon because of his sensitive feet. The flowers scattered like an exploded bridal bouquet as the water and bits of china littered the floor. It has occurred to me more than once that although Orv is brilliant, ingenious, extraordinary, and able to study the subtle arc of a seagull's wings and to create an invention that has changed the entire planet, unfortunately, he might also be insane. I do not say such a thing lightly, or with any disrespect. I love Orv in what some say is an uncommon love, but I think all love is uncommon if it is worth its salt. I am calling this diary my marriage diary, as conjugal life is such a new adventure for me. I do not know how I will fare with this curious tie that binds. This diary is nothing fancy, just a worn, toffee-colored notebook I have saved from my Oberlin days. There's a nifty envelope inside the back cover where I keep some precious drawings of my scribbles and designs. I did have some French verbs in the first pages, but I have torn those out. My penmanship remains steady from my years as a schoolteacher. I still dot my I's precisely, and I can still do line after line of perfect O's, except when my fingers are cold. I am writing in the most beautiful heron blue ink that Orv gave me as a Christmas gift just 2 years ago, when my life seemed to be quite humdrum after years of living with the most famous brothers to ever leave the earth. I keep the diary in a locked box with copies of letters I have begun to write to Orv. Not that I imagine Harry or the housemaid would be interested. I vow to take these new seasons of my life, fall and winter, and begin anew, to be bold where I have been timid, and strong where I have hesitated. I have always been a woman of science and scholarly pursuits, along with my work for the rights of women. But in my new life, I hope to be able to write some truths about another kind of rights, secrets, both professional and personal, aspects that have been previously hidden. We discussed much in the Wright household, but there was much we did not say. It will not come easily to me to reveal what was for so long concealed, as I am the Reverend's daughter. Have to go meet Harry's friends for drinks. More tomorrow. November 22nd, 1926. Kansas City, here I am. I married Harry, a journalist for the Kansas City Star, a smart and talky widower. We're head over heels for each other, even though his collar is often still wet from tears he sheds for his first wife, Isabel. I wore a cream-colored gown and new silk undergarments for our wedding at Oberlin College, from which we both graduated in the last decade of the 19th century. Harry was and still is 52 as well, but nobody has batted an eye at that. I'd bought the limo—
Sample complete. Ready to continue?